Hello everyone, a very warm welcome again to the virtual session of science children. I hope you all are doing very well and you all are keeping your notebook updated. So let us see what are we going to have in this virtual session of science. We are going to begin with a new chapter, Getting to Know Plants, part 1. So we have already finished with the chapter changes around us, and we have seen all the concept NCRT exemplar we have done, NCRT solution we had finished. So the time to begin with a new chapter, and as a normal practice, you have to enter this topic in the index of your notebook. You have to write today's date, that is the date of the session when you are beginning with this chapter, and take a new page, write the title, Getting to Know Plants. So I hope you all are going to do that, and let us begin. What are we going to learn in this chapter? We are going to learn all about the plants in this chapter. So introduction to plants. As you see, plants are all around us. They help sustain life on earth by creating food and giving out oxygen that we breathe in. So they give out very important gas which we require to breathe in, that is oxygen, and they help us to purify air. Just because of lots of human activities, lots of harmful gas goes into the atmosphere, and we don't get pure air to breathe. So plants actually, that's why always it has been said that we should plant more trees because they help us to give out oxygen and they purify air. And you see plants all around us, and they are very helpful to us for the breathing and for purifying air. They clean the air actually. So that's an introductory part. They help us to sustain life on earth, and not only that, they help us to get varieties of food which we eat. So plants are so very important. Our life depend on plants. All the food, plant-based food we get from plants. We get vegetables, fruits, oil, so many things we in a day-to-day consumption we get from plants. So how very important plants are for us, you all know that, children. So please do write this introduction. Then plants are the immovable living organism all around us. Immovable means they can't move. They are living organism, but they can't move from one place to another. They cannot show displacement like we can move from one place to another. And they are the primary food providers. So they are the first one who provide food to us. Fruits, vegetable, food grains, cereals, pulses, and all that varieties of food which we get it from plants. So they are the first one to give us food. And they are mostly green in color and use sun as the source of energy to make food. So as you know, they are mostly green in color. You see plants around you, and the leaves are all mostly green in colors, and lots of greenery around is all because of the plants which we grow, and they beautify the atmosphere, they beautify the environment, and they use energy from sun to prepare their food. I hope this is clear, children. Please take it down. So what types of plants do we have? We have herbs and shrubs, and then you have trees. So herbs are the smallest plants and do not have woody stem. So here in this session we are going to learn about herbs and shrubs and trees, and what these are the different species of the plants which we get. And a small plant will grow into a tree. It depends upon the species of the plant. So they have varieties, so they are being classified so that it becomes easier for us to study their characteristics. So let us see. Herbs are the smallest plants and do not have woody stem. Shrubs are slightly larger than herbs. And trees are the largest plants and can have large and thick woody stem. So these are the differences between herbs, shrubs and trees, and they are all over spread on the earth. And herbs and shrubs and trees, they all are very important for our survival. And they depend the classification also based upon their structure, the usefulness, and all that help us to classify them. Please take it down. Now let us learn about herbs. Herbs, these are plants that have green and frail stems. Usually these are small plants with not many branches. Some examples of herbs are basil, that is tulsi, which is which have a holy significance. That means people worship tulsi plant, and it create a beautiful environment at home, and lots of use of tulsi for medication, for cold, cough, and all that, for minor illness. If you have that kind of like fever, or you have mouth ulcer and all that, tulsi helps a lot, and most of the people grow tulsi at home. And tulsi is worship, it has religious significance actually. So it is called as basil. And coriander helps to give a good flavor in food. Mint, again for a flavor in food, and lots of medicinal benefits actually. Oregano, again herbs, they all give flavor to the food, these herbs, and also have medicinal value of giving immunity to the body, some give relief from cold, cough, and all that. So herbs are not only used to for beautification, it is also used as for medicinal purposes. Oregano, thyme, parsley, rosemary, all these are herbs. Please take it down. Here you can see herbs, small plants with tender stems. So wherever you see such kind of plants where you have, just have a look on this different types of herbs. Just have a look where you will see they have a tender stem. So tender stems will easily indicate that these plants are herbs. Can you see this, children? Just have a look on this. So you have all different sorts of herbs, and they have lots of medicinal values actually. Lots of medicinal benefits. So here you can see herbs. Actually, you can see how tender stems they are, and you can easily pluck leaves from them. These kind of herbs where they have very tender, delicate stems. Then shrubs. Shrubs, these are plants with hard but not exactly thick stems. Their branches generally originate from the base of their stems. These are much taller than herbs but usually shorter than trees. So you can compare with the herbs, and you can easily make out shrub because they have hard but not exactly thick stems. They have little hard, and the branches originate from the base of the stems, and they are much taller than herbs but shorter than trees. And some example of shrubs are aloe vera. Mostly people are growing aloe vera now because of so many medicinal values of aloe vera. It is used in creams, in gel for facial, for skin problem actually, and it is used in shampoos and all that. So many products aloe vera is used nowadays because it has lots of skin benefit it gives actually. That's why aloe vera, and also gives a beautification at home. So people are now growing aloe vera at home, and rose plant, jasmine, blackberry plant, they all are shrubs. Common shrubs examples you have shoe flower, rose, bougainvillea. You must have seen this somewhere. So these are called as shrubs, and you can compare them with herbs. The stems are little harder, and the plant is not that tall as tree but taller than herbs. You can just have a comparative study, children. You must have seen this kind of shrub in gardens, and where people grow this kind of shrubs. It beautify the environment. It looks so beautiful. Trees, these are plants which are very tall and have a thick and hard stem. The branches originate from the upper part of the tree and are very high above the ground. You must have seen so many types of trees which we have. A coconut tree, you have neem tree, banyan tree, so many types of trees you have. Some a common example, you have mango tree, neem, people and all that. These trees are quite big, and the branches originate from the upper part of the tree and are very high above the ground. You just cannot raise your hand and pluck and remove coconut. They are very tall. You have to actually climb the tree to if you want mango, so you have to actually climb mango tree to pick up mangoes from mango tree. Like coconut tree, if you want to pick up coconut, then you have to actually climb coconut tree. So this is how these trees are very tall. You must have seen neem trees also, and neem has lots of medicinal values, lots of medicinal benefits. Neem actually is a base of Ayurveda. All Ayurvedic medicines which we get, they actually, one of the main components used over there is neem. All the parts of the neem trees are very useful as medicine or has some medicinal benefits. The roots, the stem, the leaves, each and every part of the neem tree has so many medicinal values, and it forms a base of Ayurveda. Ayurvedic medicines are all based on neem. So it's a boon, it's a blessing of nature to us. Here you can see a neem tree, mango tree, and coconut tree. This is very common. You must have seen all these, children. I hope this is very clear with you all. Creepers. Now we are going to learn about creepers. What are creepers? These are plants which have soft, weak, and green stems and hence cannot stand straight and instead spread on the ground. So this is one of the type of the plant. We have seen herbs, shrubs, trees. Let us see creepers. As the name suggests, they creep on the ground. Because their plants are very soft and weak stems. They just can't grow vertically on the ground because the stems are very soft and tender, and the stems are very weak, so they creep on the ground. So that's why they are called as creeper, and they cannot stand straight, and that's why they are spread on the ground. Some common example, we have sweet potato, where we eat sweet potato. You must have tried that, children. Watermelon, pumpkin. So even they are creepers, they are creeping on the ground. Such useful fruits which we get from creepers. Sweet potato is the one which we get. Watermelon, pumpkin, they are all example of creepers, children. So here you can see pumpkin, watermelon, and muskmelon. They all spread on the ground, and they acquire a larger area because they can't grow tall, and you cannot have a watermelon tree, a watermelon hanging on a tree like that. You must have never seen. They are creepers actually, so they spread on the ground, and you can see this heavy. The nature has given them this kind of growth just because you must have some logic behind. Big fruits, heavy fruits, they give actually lots of heavy fruits. So the heavyweight fruits, they actually are on the ground. They are not hanging on the tree. Yes, you can see pumpkin, watermelon, and muskmelon. I hope the session was interesting, children, and you all are taking down all the important notes in your notebook, and you all are maintaining your notebook, hopefully, children. So here we come to an end of the session. Thank you, children, and have a great day.